Welcome to this episode of BeamNG Roadkill, where the Bastion never fails to fail. At least it sounds better. So you were expecting a fleet video. Yeah, no, you're not going to get that. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I have not had time to record the fleet video. So the fleet of cars are in disarray, and now things have calmed down a little bit. I am doing this video to kind of tide me over. I'm going to record another video before even doing the shootout challenge that will come after the shootout challenge, and then hopefully by the end of this week I can kind of be ready for the shootout, record that over this upcoming weekend, and then hopefully get through the Nebula burnout contest. I don't know what I'm doing. I have yet to really put together an event. I honestly might just get a bunch of cars together and hop in a video call with Sean and do some stupid shit. Who knows? I don't know. All right. The cop car. You all know this vehicle. This is one of the only vehicles that I have put through tons of abuse. Wall taps, rev limiter, smoky burnouts, overheating it, oil pressure issues, everything. And it's remained a pretty good all-around car. It can thrash, drift, drag race, it can cruise, does great burnouts. It's all around a great car. And you may remember a while back, I tried to build something that would be comparable to it. And that was this car. The Street Strip Daily, as I wanted to call it. A Bastion that I wanted to try and keep as close to a street car as possible, but be as good as the cop car. Because the cop car, over the years, it's kind of become a race car. It has no interior. It has a full roll cage. The rear end has been repaired many times. It has police lights on it and everything, so it's not exactly street legal. It's a great car, the cop car, but she's getting old. You know, this engine's been in the car for a long time, and I've been slowly increasing the rev limiter in this thing. So, kind of an update video on the cop car today, but also taking advantage of a mod that just came out yesterday. So, kind of works out for this video. The Bastion finally has a mod that I think can bring this car to glory. What was the name of that mod? Repository. Yeah, the Bar None Performance Bastion Widowmaker. So pretty much, this mod is aimed at being one of the most advanced engine mods out there, even trying to succeed SEEP. And for me, doing an engine mod video that is not SEEP is kind of interesting, but it may not look that different. But you may remember that this car was supercharged. A little bit of background on this car. Originally, when I built it, it was twin charged. It had a blower with twin turbos. It was quick. It was a good car, but it never was fast enough to keep up with the cop car. And then randomly, before one of the Christmas events, when this car was going to drag race, the motor blew up. No idea why. So I put another motor in it with the exact same setup. blew up that motor as well. Testing it, trying to get it ready. So in a time crunch, rebuilt the motor, put a supercharger on it, and the car has kind of just been in limbo ever since. Kind of waiting, for its potential. There are ideas that I've had kind of floating around in my head. I do have that 500 cubic inch V8 with like a big supercharger that now can take turbos. Thought about putting that in this thing. Thought about just taking the stock engine and turning this into just a thrash car and a burnout car, which we're kind of still doing that with this thing. Thought about doing that, kind of to replicate the CTSV that Cletus has made. So it's kind of like, the neighbor and Cadillac counterparts. But no, when I saw this mod, I knew this is this car's opportunity. This is the road to redemption with the Bastion. It has its own transmission, 8-speed automatic transmission, which is the stock transmission that was in this thing, but a lot more customization to it, tuning kits, all sorts of stuff like that. But even the engine has tons of tuning to it. Cam, boost cutoff, injectors, heads, different intake manifolds, different exhaust manifolds, exhaust systems. And it is 2 turbo setups. Right now it is a single 98 millimeter turbo. So I made sure to put a big old turbo in that thing. Plus there's stuff cutting into it on in the engine bay there. Should probably fix that. I really just kind of took the base model car and slapped all the parts on this thing. That's what I have done. It is the engine bone stock. I am not going to crack the engine open, but I'm going to try to push this engine to its limits. It is a stock bottom end, bored out 6.5 liters, so it's a 6.7. Oh, great. The memes. Don't mind the radiator or the intercooler in the front. The texture's broken. Yeah, it still looks broken. Texture's broken on it. I gotta clear the cache next time I load the game. I just wanted to kind of get on here and get my baseline so I can start tuning on the car. Because this one is probably going to take a lot of tuning. So, the other fantastic thing, I don't need to say much. You just need to listen. It sounds so good. That's a red light. Oh well. I mean, the transmission shifts so much more aggressively. And this is on just sport mode, I think? No, this is comfort. Let me change the, let's go into sport mode. It is so fast already. Oh. And I mean, I just have to. This car is nasty. So, I think you can all kind of see the point here. This is a turning point for this car, for it to become much better. And I think it can be. So, we're pinning it up against the cop car again. But we got to get some numbers on the cop car, because it has been a while since we've had those. The accidental 1,200 horsepower that we all know and love, and almost 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. That is a lot of power. Well, let's see how she does. Oh, this is going to be a full rip. All right. All right. Reliable. Honestly, reliable. Not known for the cop car, honestly. All right. Let's get some drag numbers. That's what we really need. All right. Let's burn in these new slicks. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to do it over here. Lights on, just for more speed, of course. An 880. Wow, that's the fastest pass I've seen this car run in a while. All right. So an 880 is what we want to get close to in that thing. All right. Let's see what we can do. All right, so what is really going to give you a good idea of what this mod is doing is me showing how probably the most complicated part of the mod, the ECU, works. So this comes with its own ECU, and if you run too much power, which I've turned the boost up to 15 pounds, you'll see in the left corner a message pop up. Let me get on a straight though. and probably put it in sport mode. So, you saw in that top right corner there, it was giving me a warning because the injectors could not keep up with the boost level. Yeah, I had that over rev risk and whatnot for making too much power that the motor can can't handle it. But the ECU is trying to save the engine. So you have a little bit of leeway, but there's more tricks here to what you're seeing. Rest of this I'll do in the dyno. I won't do street pulls for all of this. Alright, so a simple change. You know what? I'm just going to pull the hood off for this part of the video. We'll put it back on. A simple change that you can make to this thing to get away from some of the issues is, first off, in your engine management, your fuel type. Right now, we're on just normal pump gas. You have flex fuel, M1 race fuel, ethanol, all types of stuff. That is going to help some of the car's performance. We're going to milk a little tiny bit more power off of it. You also have your induction, your boost control, turbo torque management, all sorts of stuff like that, but there's even more. The transmission. You have a TCU, a transmission control unit, tune stage, valve body, engine block. Your exhaust manifolds have all sorts of different stuff. Your cylinder heads, camshaft, the injectors being the big one, intake manifold, valve covers. Get rid of those. We don't need them. So, just off the Bastion's engine alone, it gives you a lot of leeway. And I hope this kind of bleeds into other mods that use this engine, or even resto modding other muscle cars, because a lot of this is great. This allows you to kind of push the limits of what you're given, and kind of slowly upgrade it over time if you want to do that. But for now, as you can see, you know, your usual stuff, your burble, how long the burbles are activated for after dropping the engine load, so you can give it a snap, crack, pop, whatever tune on it, idle control, your RPM limit and stuff like that. All that is normal. So I'm going to turn this down back to 8 PSI. Make sure the dyno is even. Can I honestly just take the fan off? I don't need it. Just so I don't have to keep listening to that. Small things I did off camera. I put the turbo headlight in, so the turbo headlight can actually, you know, give the turbo a little bit of stuff. Plus, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I'm losing a headlight. Oh well, it's a race car now. Well, I want it to be a street car, but yeah, I want to let that turbo breathe. So I'm gonna try not to do anything internally to the engine. Maybe a different intake. Of course, injectors, fuel type, and stuff like that is going to be the big ones. But let's just see what we're making stock on the turbo. Oh, 808 horsepower, and reliably. Turn traction control off because it's going to get pissed about that. If it's an 8-speed, probably like 4th or 5th gear. It was 1-to-1. it makes a butt ton of power already. 808 horsepower, so basically Hellcat levels of performance right now. But we gotta aim pretty high. We gotta make over 1,000. Without cracking the engine open. And I think I can make over 1,000 with just one simple thing. Either injectors, but I'm not even gonna go that far. Engine management, fuel type. We're gonna put it on ethanol. 900 horsepower now. Ooh. Interesting. Let me open up the mod page, not YouTube, the mod page. Because I know there was a small bit, and they had an image in here. Nah, I can run. The 950cc injectors can run E85. What about flex fuel? Does the fuel type not work? Oh. Gas tank. Can I even change the gas tank? Fuel tank. Ah. Alright. Ethanol tank. That's what it needs. Alright. 900 horsepower. Let's see if it can do it. Let me do this instead. Oh, we did get a... Ooh, did I get a warning? Let me do a second run. Interesting. I am getting a... I'm going to need more. I'm going to need all the apps on this one. Not the engine thermal. I just want the... believe engine debug. No. I do not want the engine debug. I want... engine no, it is engine thermal. Yeah, just put it right there. Let's reset. Let's reset. So it is at the bleeding edge at the moment for its torque rating. I'm gonna blow this motor up, ain't I? Maybe I needed a bottom end. We are on ethanol, and I'm already making 900 horsepower. I'm gonna turn on turbo torque management. Boost ramp, soft, medium, or aggressive. I'm gonna leave it on soft. Let's see if that helps. Oh, great, the car is invisible. See if that helps her. Oh, that helped her. Oh, because I lost some power. 873 horsepower. So, if I compensate for that with a couple extra PSI boost. So we're back on the 940. Let's give it a try. Look at that. You need to do no bottom end upgrades. That's 950 horsepower reliably with a stock bottom end of a bored out engine. That's it. Just it's bored out. I haven't touched anything to do with the internals. Well, probably bigger pistons and stuff like that, a little more compression, but you get what I mean. Bone stock. Just a turbo and some ECU management, and boom, we're making 900 horsepower. It looks like it is falling off at just the bare minimum of 6,500. So it looks like I'm going to be limited on my RPM. But that's fine. Now to experiment with the management. Let's go medium. No aggressiveness, just a good medium. We're up to 970. Alright, I gotta leave it on soft. Which I'm not mad about that. I'd rather the boost come in slower because it's gonna give me a lot more room. Boost maps I might put in this thing. I might put a full kill tune in this thing where if it blows, it blows. Then I get to build the motor and make the car even faster. Alright. Now. Close engine management. Injectors. Step it up from 950, 1200cc injectors. If we can flow more fuel, should be able to run more power safely. Alright, those injectors are giving me no extra power. Still running nice and safe. So, more boost. Let's go up to 12 pounds. Just a slight little change. Let's see what she does. All right. Fuel got us up. So, if I put this on M1, that should give me a lot of ceiling. It's going to give me a lot of horsepower, too. Kind of breaks the limit of the street car because, I mean, you can't really get that at the pump. But we're going for the full kill drag tune right now. I want this thing to run low nines at the very least. So, swap out the gas. Put it on flex fuel. I don't know if the flex fuel option allows me to have it change over to a different fuel source. I need to experiment. I'm going to do a lot of that off camera. And then I will come back to you with a true, actually, one more little thing I want to do. Cylinder heads, intake manifold. Silk runner, intake manifold. Oh my god, it's making 1100 horsepower with that intake manifold. There is no way that this thing survives. I mean, it did it. That intake manifold is overkill. Maybe just a ported. Alright, I'm going to play around with this, and when I have a finished product, we will come back. Alright, it is a few days later, unfortunately. The bottom end for that motor was never going to work. Unfortunately. I tried my best, but I could not make over 1,000 horsepower without risking the life of the engine in this car. So, it has a block in it now, there's a bottom end, and a cam. We're making in the 1,200 horsepower range. So rear-wheel drive, 1,200 horsepower. I think we're doing pretty good. This is the maiden voyage. So, whatever happens, happens. It's back on ethanol. It's not on M1 anymore. So it's still on pump gas, makes the car a little bit more streetable. Oh, and listen to this cam. Oh. This is probably one of the best sounding vehicles in the fleet now. Alright, let's burn these tires in. Alright, 1800 launch. That was a sketchy and sloppy pass, and it just scored out a 9-1. Wow. Did a 5.9 to the 8th, a 7.6 to the 1,000 foot, 156 in the quarter mile. Wow. And I could probably launch it harder. I wonder if this is a car that I should put a bias ply on. It might benefit from a bias ply. I'm gonna give that a try. Alright, let's see. Can I at least warm the tires up with this amount of power? Oh, Jesus. I might need... let's do 2,800 RPM. Let's just see. Inactive. What? Oh, is it not gonna work? These are too grippy. I'm gonna break the rear end. All right, back to a slick. All right, I put a different slick on the back. This might help the car a little bit. She does a burnout, all right. Jesus. Fucking sketchy. It needs skinnies. It needs skinnies if it's going to be going like 250, 260 plus in the quarter. Sketchy. So I do not have a set of skinnies for the front of this car, but it's going to need it, or every pass is going to be sketch. Let's see, can it get into the 8s? With basically stock suspension still. Tire does not want to grip. Trans tune is all out of whack too. Ugh. That was a mess. Alright, I put the meats back on the back. TCM has a stage 2 tune in it now. Let's see what it can do. ABS fade. Love that. Electronic transmissions. Alright, full kill tune in the trans, because it's blowing through this stuff. Diff is not locking properly. Ugh. God damn it, I fucked up the pass again. Ugh. Don't even do it. Two-step is on. Might have to manually shift this car. Alright, let's try this. Need to remember to shift. What the fuck? This fucking game. Maybe with less broken audio now. Two-step is on, 2300. was a rip. I fucked up the shift. Ugh. God damn it. Two-step is on. 2300. At this point, it'd be easier to just put a turbo 400 in it. It's just a 3-speed and a slap shifter. It just would be easier. Or a manual, one or the other. Wow. The Bastion never fails to fail. With low power, that transmission was working so good. And now it's hot garbage. Only other thing that I could do is the custom trans tune. Oh my god. Yeah. What a downshift. It would. This would take me forever to get tuned properly. Really, the only way that I could combat that is probably revving it out. It's going to make more power and hate its life even more, the engine, but it gives it a higher ceiling to shift, which might help it. already hates its life. Can I get away with 2,300? It went the same speed. There you go. The Bastion never fails to fail. And its shitty fucking 8-speed transmission. The motor is great. It is the transmission that is failing. And I either need to go manual with it and bang shift this thing, or I just gotta cave and put a 3-speed in it. But the drivability of a 3-speed is probably gonna be dog shit in this. I was finally excited that I might be able to finally say that this is like a good street car. It is not. Maybe backing it down to run 950s might be a nice range. I'd love to crack that 8-second pass in this thing, but it needs a different transmission. Or gearing, or for me to learn how to tune the transmission with this mod, it's going to need one of those. And we do not have the time for that because I have to record other stuff just so when this BeamNG update drops, I don't lose everything. Preferably get it done before the end of the week. But yeah. There you go. The Bastion has returned, and it is better. But it is not 100% better. The transmission fails it once again. Modern cars. They fucking suck. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.